Hi guys, it's Shanique. It is August 1st around 11 a.m. So that means today is my EGD appointment. I'm at Zeeland Community Hospital, which is where they're gonna do the procedure. And I'm a little nervous, but I seen Herman do it, so I should be okay. So I'm gonna get in here and I'll probably make another video tomorrow. Cause I don't know how I'm gonna fill up to making another one today. But it helps to know everything to expect and everything, so I still will make another video, but I am still a little nervous. I don't know why. I hope they can. Yeah, this is my first experience with anesthesia, so it's kind of exciting but still a little scary at the same time. And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to just eating afterwards though, because last night I ate shortly before midnight, so I haven't had anything. I meant to wake up a little earlier because they said I could have clear liquids until 8:45, but I didn't end up getting up until 9:30, so nothing for me this morning at all, not even water. So I'm a little hungry, but we'll get something good afterwards. Procedure's really short, like 10 minutes once they get started, so I should be done fairly quickly. So I'll let you guys know what's what after the procedure.
I'll record you.
All right, bye guys.
Hey guys, it's Herman, and Nique is right here. Hey Nique. She's have a 1 hour delay in her EGD, so she's just relaxing, I guess. She's sleepy and hungry.
I want some food.
She wants food. Are you scared? So we're just waiting till the surgeon come in. And yeah. Talk to you guys later. Bye, Nique. Hey guys, it is 1:54 p.m. and they finally took Nique back. So just in here waiting for her to come back. I know she's in good hands. God's watching over her. Everything will be fine. So we'll check in when she comes back. Let's see how she be off the anesthesia. Hopefully funny, because I want to see her be really funny. So we'll see. All right. All right. Nique, you okay? How you feeling? Sleepy?
Yeah.
You was crying?
Mm-mm. I don't know. But I was really dizzy but we low down the hallway.
Really? So you just what was the last thing you remember?
I don't remember anything about a fight block.
You know?
No.
Do you remember seeing? Was it cold in there? You remember seeing anybody in there?
No. I don't remember any of that stuff. Last thing I remember was we went down the hallway and she said it's pretty cold in there. That is it.
Really?
I don't remember going there.
Are you sleepy? No.
Here's a little apple juice for you.
Thank you.
Sure. Are you up enough?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You sleepy?
My throat hurt a little. That's it.
What you want to tell people at YouTube? Yo, what you about your EGD just so far?
I don't remember. Hi guys, it's Nique.
And her.
Hi, today is, I don't even know, August 5th or 6th. August 6th. That's today.
Yeah.
Almost 10 p.m. But realized I never made my video for my EGD appointment, and I've never made an update about the medicine that I was put on at my weigh-in. So here are those videos now, or video. We'll just make it into one big one.
Yep.
So we'll just start with the EGD appointment. It's something that feels like I really did this, but
You did the pre-op.
Oh, like I talked about it a little bit or something.
Before you went in and you talked about it in the car.
Oh, okay, yeah. It really feels like, okay. Well, the appointment turned out to be longer than expected. I had an appointment I had to be there at 11:45, with procedure being at 12:45. But when I got there early, around 11:15, hoping that it would kind of be similar to Herman's appointment. They would just whisk me back and get me in and out. And I got there early, and they said that one of Dr. Martin's procedures had gone over, and it was going to be a delay, and then they were going to do another person ahead of me, which was going to be like an additional hour. And so I ended up, long story short, not going back until maybe 1:45 or 2 o'clock or something like that. And it wasn't really that bad. Like, the rooms are decent. They have a TV in there and everything, and I was kind of tired because I worked the night before anyways. So I just kind of just laid there and relaxed. They started my IV, which went much more smooth than Herman's did. She actually asked me where I would prefer the IV to be started, and so I have a pretty good vein in my arm, so I just pointed her to it, and she was happy I did. She used it, and one poke for me. She used this little lidocaine stuff to numb it, which I think was unnecessary because the lidocaine shot hurt and burned a little, and then they start the IV and you can still feel it. I don't know, but whatever. But anyway, that's
fine.
That's
our kitty. He's weird. Don't mind him.
Yeah, you guys probably never see him because he's skittish. So if you try to pick him up, he runs away. So you may never see him. You may not. Yep, he just ran away. Maybe one day. But for now, you'll just hear him. But yeah, anyway, so they started my IV and started fluids. And there I sat for about 2 hours. And we watched TV and stuff like that. In the meantime, they would come in intermittently. The nurse would come in and check on me and see if I needed anything. Or the anesthesiologist came in and kind of explained the procedure and everything and talked about the risk and all that kind of stuff. Finally, about 1:45, they came back. Well, I think the surgeon came in and he talked about what we were going to do and the plan and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
After that, 2 nurses came in. They put some sort of medication in an IV. I don't know what it was. I just don't know what it was. And
it's feel-good juice.
It had to been because it wasn't the anesthesia. And all I remember is once they put that in the IV, I started feeling really, really dizzy. And they took me out of the room and they said that they would bring me back. And they were talking about the room being cold in the hallway, and that's kind of the last thing I remember. I don't remember going into the room. I don't remember seeing anyone in the room. Herman remembers all that stuff. I don't know how many. He said to count how many people were in the room. He's like, make sure you count. I don't even remember going in the room. So there was no chance to do anything like that. I don't know. I woke up, I had like the heart monitor stickers on me. I did not know where those came from. I don't remember anything about the procedure. When I came back to the room, I was already awake. And the surgeon came in the room, but I don't remember that part either. And he talked to Herman about the things that had happened while I was there. So, needless to say, the procedure was short and sweet. And
about 15 minutes.
Yep. He came in, he told Herman that I have a hernia. Who knew?
Yeah.
So it's a hiatal hernia, which is actually quite common. It's described as your stomach pushing through your diaphragm or something like that. I have no symptoms of it. I would have never known if I didn't have this procedure. I have reflux, which they say could, I guess, be
a symptom of it.
Yeah, so
that's common too.
Yeah, but I would have never thought it was from a hernia. But yeah, so that will be something that's going to be corrected in surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll just be a little extra step that they add on. I guess after, at some point before I'm done with surgery, they'll just correct the hernia. So not a big deal, but yeah, a little surprise. I have a hernia. And what else? Dr. Martin really stressed that it is important for me to lose as much weight as possible before we move forward with surgery. Not saying that we're not moving forward with surgery, but it's important that I get my weight down as much as possible. He kind of really described like what he's going to do as far as like, you know, moving the intestine up and things like that, and how much he needs a lot of space. I'm assuming there's not a lot of space in there. So he really reiterated that and talked about the Phentermine. So that's going to be the next thing we talk about. That's the medication I was put on at my weigh-in appointment. So I had a weigh-in appointment on the 24th of July. And we talked about the medication a little bit. She said it would kind of feel like a caffeine rush, which I didn't want to make another video about it until I've actually taken it. I started taking the medication today, and for the first time, and I did notice like almost like an adrenaline rush. At first it was kind of strange because it didn't feel like I had any more energy, but it felt like my brain was
wired.
Yeah, like it was a strange feeling. I couldn't even describe it. Like I felt like I could take a nap, but then my brain wouldn't let me. I don't know, but yep, so today's the first day of that, but Dr. Martin said that I could lose anywhere from 50 to 70 pounds taking this medicine. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't have really much of an update about the medicine besides today being my first day taking it. I'm kind of excited to take it tomorrow. I have to be to work at 8:30 in the morning, so I got to come up with a plan as to taking it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna...
You gotta take it in the morning.
Yeah, so I have to take it every morning. So I'm gonna probably take it when I wake up. I usually wake up an hour and a half before I have to be to work. So I'll probably wake up and take my shower, take the medicine, eat some sort of a breakfast, because you have to take the medicine 30 minutes prior to eating. So I'll do that and then eat breakfast and go on to work. It should really give me a good energy boost to get through the day. So I'll probably make another video in about a week and probably do a weigh-in myself. The problem is it's hard for me to do a weigh-in at home because the scale I have is not really consistent with the numbers that we get. Like I can get on the scale and it'll be down 3 pounds or up 5 pounds, or I don't think it's really as accurate as it could be, so I don't want to base my weigh-ins off of that scale. So I might buy a new scale. We'll see. But I'll probably make another video on the weekend and just let you guys know how I'm feeling and if I notice anything or if I feel like I've lost any weight, because I might not go based off those numbers anyways. Or I'll try to weigh myself in the hospital. I work in a hospital, so I should be able to find a scale somewhere around there. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how I feel about that, how I feel about the medicine. And anything else?
Yeah, when you came back.
Oh, yeah. So for after the doctor left out and everything, the nurse came back in and I was awake, I was alert. Like, this was a completely different experience because Herman was not awake. We had to, like, I don't know, it took us a long time to get him to wake up. He wouldn't open his eyes. Like, the nurse was in there, like, really trying to get him to open his eyes. He wouldn't drink anything. He was crying. Like, so I was kind of really afraid going into this appointment because it was like, I don't know. I've never been under anesthesia before, and I didn't know what this was going to be like. Well, was I going to be saying inappropriate things? Was I going to be embarrassed? But no, I was completely alert, and I could have a conversation, comprehend what people were saying to me and everything. So they came back in and they gave me some juice and I drank the juice, got up, got myself dressed, and they wheeled me out. That process took us about 30 minutes. It was quick. So then we left the hospital and I started feeling really sick. And my stomach was just hurting really bad, like cramping, hurting. I had a headache. I had a headache prior to, like, the morning of, but it wasn't that bad. But I started to feel like my stomach was, like, really cramping. We were on the highway going back home, and we had to pull over. Like, I got physically sick. Who knew? It was after that I had, like, a sore throat just from the procedure in general. But then after, I think that made it worse.
Oh, yeah, because during the procedure, you were coughing.
Oh, yeah, I'm missing stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll go back. So the doctor kind of explained what my insides looked like. So he got all the way down to
the lower esophagus, lower stomach, upper intestines.
That. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So he said that upper intestine part looked inflamed or irritated or something, but he couldn't biopsy it. Well, he took a biopsy of some other area, but he wasn't able to biopsy that area because I started coughing really, really, really bad, apparently throughout surgery, throughout the procedure, and they weren't able to biopsy because they had to stop. So that would probably explain the sore throat that I had. Herman didn't have a sore throat that much. Mine was sore for like 2 days. I almost considered mine throat louse, and it was that bad.
I drank some drink and I was fine.
And he kept telling me to drink stuff. I'm like, what do you think I've been doing? It hurt really bad. Like, it hurt like I had strep throat or something for like 2 days. So
your eyes was really watery. You must have really been crying.
It must, yeah, and I have no memory of that kind of stuff, so I don't know. But they said I was coughing a lot during that, and they had to stop the procedure, so they didn't get a chance to biopsy that irritated intestine that I have. I don't know. I don't have any symptoms of anything, so I really can't attribute any of these new findings to anything because I feel fine. But that's good. And then other than that, yep, I got sick. So the rest of the day was just kind of a bust. I kind of had hopes of like coming home and like cleaning and stuff, and that just didn't happen. I ended up going to sleep for the rest of the day because I just felt pretty crummy afterwards. So I don't know what the anesthesia is going to compare to for the actual surgery, but I hope I don't have those same type of side effects.
Neither do I.
Yeah, because I didn't have that good of experience with it. But Yep, that was that. So the EGD is done. At this point, in the process, I am taking this medication and eating healthier and watching what I eat and things like that so that I can lose as much weight as possible in this next month or so. Whatever. I'm pretty much going off of how the doctor feels and how I make progress on this medication. As long as at this point, I'm just, whatever happens, happens. As far as moving along in the process, I know that I'm moving further in the process, so I'm not beating myself up about how fast I'm moving along. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it because I know I'm making progress, and I know that this will happen in due time. And they said that's like the first thing they tell you when you start the process is it's not gonna happen overnight, and you can't compare your process to someone else's because you're a whole different person. So, with that being said, I'll let Herman talk about his progress and the things that he has coming up. And yeah.
Sure. Well, so at this current moment, I pretty much have everything done. So I got a phone call this past Thursday, I think it was the 3rd, from my psychiatrist. She gave me her assessment of me from when I met with her 2 weeks ago. And she pretty much just went over her findings, which was nothing. Stuff that I already knew, like something I'm doing really good, continuing my good habits and transition to the stuff that I'm doing. And pretty much just said that I was on the right track. Nothing that stood out to her that would make me a bad candidate for surgery. And she just let me know that she's still there for me if I need to reach out to her after surgery and after surgery or anything. I can always reach out to her. So that was all cleared. So at that point, the only thing left on my checklist to get done prior to surgery was my final decision meeting with the surgeon, which is actually Tuesday, August 8th. So in 2 days. But last week, Tuesday, I was reading other YouTubers' video or comments and watching videos, and a lot of the people were saying how like once they met all their requirements and it was turned over into the insurance, that they like start calling the insurance company to like get an update. So once I finished my psych eval appointment from 2 weeks ago, I had called and scheduled my final decision meeting, and that's when they sent in the my file to the insurance company. So I called last week Tuesday, and on Monday I think I called, and they told me that it was still pending, and that they take typically a week to 2 weeks, no, 5 to 7 business days for them to give a response or whatever. So okay, fine. And at that point it was a week, well, 5 business days, I guess. And then I called the next day on Tuesday and talked to the lady or the guy or whoever, and I was told that I was approved for surgery, and I got my surgery date. Yee! So my surgery date is Wednesday, August 23rd. And they have me staying in the hospital for 4 days. So the time frame was August 23rd through the 27th. So that was from Wednesday to Sunday. So yeah, I've been approved for surgery. And that's now like 2 weeks away, or like 2 weeks and a couple days away. So I'm very excited. That was really good news. It feels good to finally be at this point, and I think it's they told us both like it's good that we're not at the same pace because we're gonna have to take care of each other. And so like while Nique is kind of not at a stall, but like while she's handling her business with losing weight, she can be my nurse. And then once I'm all healed up and it's her turn, then I'll be her nurse. So it kind of worked out for us in a good way so that we won't both be down at the same time and be helpless and just in here looking crazy. So yeah, my surgery is in 2 weeks. I meet with Dr. Martin on Tuesday. I guess that's when I'll be getting all my surgery instructions and my diet instructions. So when I have my appointment on Tuesday, I will come back and make a video of that from about that appointment. So yeah, guys. As of right now, it took me exactly 2 months for my process. I started this process on July 27th, and I will be finished with my process. Well, at least the surgery portion on August 27th. June 27th to August 27th. So it'll be exactly 2 months from my process to complete surgery. So, yep, I'll check back in on Tuesday, and yeah.
I think that's it for now.
So we're just gonna continue to root on Nique because I know she can do it, and I'm gonna be her biggest motivator and cheerleader and help get this weight down together. And
yeah, I think that things should be good at the next weigh-in appointment. What my goal is for this medication, I want to lose like 30 pounds. So even if it's not the 50 or 70 or whatever he said during the procedure, I'm fine with that. But anything helps for a jump start towards surgery. So if I'm down 30 pounds prior to surgery, then that's a great start. So we're both very optimistic that this process will continue to move along as smoothly as possible. All right, so that is it for now. We'll check back in probably Tuesday afternoon after the final decision appointment. Bye, guys.